So we're now going to talk about the full moon energy and what that means in terms of manifesting. So if you haven't started the course yet, I do usually recommend that you begin on a new moon, not on a full moon. The new moon's all about beginnings, and you may wish to watch that video as well now before embarking on your manifesting process. But manifesting, really, we can only ever manifest really who we are. And what I mean by that is, of course, we always bring to us that which is a vibratory match to what we're putting out. You will learn this as you go through the process. But know to really bring something into your physical world from the energy world. We've got to make sure that we, I guess, have room for it. And what I mean by that is energy. So it's kind of like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Do we do this full moon process and then release, let go, and then do we do the new moon? I guess you'll find your own groove with this. But the full moon really is that time. It's where the earth, the moon, and also the sun are in complete alignment. And you've got the earth in the middle. So really, if you think about it logically, the sun is shining past the earth and illuminating the face of the moon, and that's why you get to see it in its totality. And it's such an amazing experience when you can walk outside and see this massive big moon. Have you ever experienced a super moon? It's just incredible, and the energy is literally palpable. It truly is. So the full moon really is like a crescendo. It's part of the lunar cycle where the energy is, you could call, chaotic. You may experience heightened energy at this time, and you might just feel a little bit confused. I read somewhere that they say that during the full moon, hospitals seem to have an influx of people. Now, why is that? Because people's energies are changed. Their emotions are charged. And of course, our emotions cause us to react differently. So during the full moon, you may well experience heightened emotions, which could either be positive, of course, and that will bring with it an immense excitement. But also the reverse may be true. You may experience some anxiety. Just know that this is normal. And the reason why this is happening is because the light from the full moon, energetically speaking, is going to be shedding light on your emotions, and it's going to bring them to the surface. So we don't really want to suppress those. We want to release them, let them go. Lots of people experience this during the full moon period. They tend to, want to just maybe be left alone and, let all these emotions out. And some people like to have a really good cry, and that's great. Just get all the emotions out. So it's okay to let this happen, because really what you're doing, you're releasing, you are letting go, and you are removing any energy that may be blocked. And don't forget, blocked energy is definitely going to be holding you back from manifesting. So it really is a good idea to embark on a full moon ritual. And I do recommend that you grab your calendar and you mark all the full moons, and make it a practice, make it a ritual to, on the day of the full moon, to spend some time in a beautiful ritual. It doesn't have to take too long. It could take as as little as 20 minutes, or you can, really make an evening of it. It's entirely your choice, but I really do think it's highly beneficial to tap into these full moon energies. So here's the question again. Do you do the full moon ritual on the full moon and then start the manifesting process? And then, of course, when it comes to the new moon, maybe do that ritual also. And then you can really cement into place your manifesting powers. Again, it's all up to you how you decide to do this, but just know that this time, this full moon time, this part of the lunar cycle holds so much power. I'm going to share with you my full moon ritual. Of course, there are many, many ways that you can do this. But let me share with you what I do, and you may want to copy this one too. So it all depends on where you are going to perform your full moon ritual. If you live close to a beach, it would be great to do it on a beach. I've done this a few times here in Australia, and it's quite magical, to be honest. But if you're going to do it indoors, I would firstly make sure you cleanse your space. And if you've already started this program, you would have experienced the lesson when I talk about cleansing with sage. I think sage is such a wonderful way to move stagnant energies, and it just feels good to do it. So wherever you're going to perform your ritual, if you have a bunch of sage, I would definitely be smudging the sage in that room and get your room prepared. Then if you do have a full moon candle, I would be lighting that. Look, if you don't have one, it's okay too. Any white candle, that's what I would be using. So light some white candles. The candles that I use have been programmed with the full moon energies, and of course with the crystals too, and the essential oils. But again, if you don't have access to those, it's okay. Just a few normal white pillar candles would be great. The next process would be to write down on a piece of paper anything that no longer serves you, anything that you really feel are holding you back. It could be people, it could be situations, it could be anything. And I'm not saying to cut these people out of your life. I'm just saying to maybe not let those hinder you in you moving forwards. For example, if you have a partner that, doesn't believe in energies, and you've been listening to them and it's really suppressing what you want to do, well, maybe cut that out. In other words, hold firm. No, this is what I want to do, and please support me. So that sort of thing. So write down anything that you feel is blocking you from manifesting your goals, your wishes and your desires, and write them down on a piece of paper. And then I would set fire to that piece of paper. Of course, be careful, especially if you are indoors. You may want to have a bowl of water at the ready just in case. And if you don't feel confident, then of course use some kitchen tongs to hold the paper. I like to burn the whole paper. Don't leave any paper exposed. I like to see all burned to ash, because symbolically, of course, that's what we're doing. We are letting this go. We are allowing these emotions, these feelings, these energy blocks, or whatever you are releasing, to literally burn to ash, burn to the ground. And that's what we want. Phoenix rising from the ashes, symbolically, that's what we're going for here. So burning your piece of paper and see it burn to ash. Enjoy watching it as the flame takes hold of the paper. I find it quite mesmerizing to do this. Of course, if you're doing this outdoors, maybe you've got a fireplace outside and you can throw your piece of paper in the fireplace. We did that recently. We all stood around a outdoor fire, And we all wrote on our piece of paper, and then we scrunched the paper up in our hands and we literally threw it with force into the fire. And that's a great thing to do. So whatever you feel is right for you, of course, make sure it's safe. And watch your piece of paper burn, literally burn completely. Now, if you have got time, I always recommend that you have a full moon bath, and I adore doing this. So filling the bath, pop some gemstones in there, some clear quartz would be great. Moonstone, if you've got some rainbow moonstone, I love using that for full moon rituals. And if your bath is positioned where you can see outside and you can actually see the moon, then even better. I would take this one step further and I'd make a little heart shape with my hands, and I would hold that up to the moon so I can literally see the moon through my heart shape that I've just made with my hands, and I would be drawing down the moon. Bring the moon into your bath water. So I'd ask the moon to fill the bath with her beautiful energies, and then I would lie there in quiet contemplation or listen to a meditation. Now, I have recorded one for you, so I do recommend wearing your headphones and listening to the full moon ritual while you're lying in your bath. If you can see and feel the energy of Mother Moon filling your bath water, and then asking the moon to reveal to you over the coming few days anything else that you've forgotten that you need to release and let go of. So once you've sat in your bath, however long you'd like to do that, 15, 20 minutes, 30 if you desire, and then I would dry myself and I'd sit in quiet contemplation and just watch the flicker of the candle and just really enjoy that time. At the very least, you're having some well-deserved me time, I'm sure. So enjoy this full moon ritual, and do remember to mark in your calendar all the full moons, and try not to miss any. I really hope that you enjoy putting this into your practice.